Hello everyone. Today I was hoping to come back with a nicer video, maybe about football, Formula 1, something like that. Unfortunately, that's not what this is. On October 19th, chess grandmaster Daniel Naroditsky passed away. An inspirational player, commentator, streamer, and coach. One of the warmest and nicest personalities in chess. We don't know the cause of death, but we do know that he either didn't have or wasn't open about any problems with his physical health. The most common theory going around is that he took his own life. We know that his mental health wasn't in a good place, and there was always one consistent factor as to why: the constant bullying and harassment from Vladimir Kramnik, who for over a year has been accusing Danya of cheating again and again. It got to the point that Danya was streaming with 3 cameras. That didn't satisfy Kramnik. Then he was streaming with even more cameras, and that didn't satisfy Kramnik. He's an absolute clown that can't accept that with age he's getting worse, and when he blunders and loses a game online, he calls the other person a cheater. He accused Hikaru of cheating online, when we know that the only people who have a good chance of beating Hikaru in Blitz on a good day is probably just Magnus and Ali Reza. There have been many, many people who Kramnik has accused that have absolutely not cheated. And the level online is the same or slightly higher than it is over the board. Some of his defenders, which I'm convinced have been lobotomized, because if they think that he makes any sense, I just don't understand it at all. They'll point out the few players that have been banned that he did accuse. 2 sayings come to mind: the broken clock, and if you throw enough at a wall, some will stick. So, let's get into this scumbag's behaviour the day before and the days after Danya's passing. So, the one I've had up on screen while I've been talking, Kramnik saying, "Don't do drugs." This comes from Danya being visibly shaken during a stream, and voicing how the cheating allegations are bothering him, and that he knows they won't go away, no matter what. Then Kramnik talks about some of Danya's streams and VODs being deleted, and uses his favourite word: interesting. When he says interesting, he means sketchy. It's an accusation of wrongdoing that he can deny due to the wording. Then, the day the news is broken that he had passed, before Kramnik knew, he says this: seemingly, conflicts with chess.com, freestyle chess, both kicking him out from commentator role, had a big impact lately on Daniel Naroditsky. Got the stream episodes, not a doctor, but looks like something very else than sleeping pills. Hope, if any, real friends of him will care. I don't even know where to start with this. I guess I should go in order. He blames chess.com, saying that they kicked him out from his commentary role, which there is nothing that shows that. Nothing. On a stream, I think it was in April, Danya spoke about taking a step back from commentary. So no, he wasn't kicked out. He then goes on to accuse him of being on drugs. Kramnik wouldn't know what it looks like when there's a man with anxiety and who's been struggling with the pressure of one of his childhood heroes coming down on him like a ton of bricks with false accusations. Especially when that childhood hero has a massive following and somehow still has credibility within the chess world. This has nothing to do with Danya, but I blame Hans Niemann for the level of support that Kramnik has from casual chess viewers. When he became his protege and was talking about how amazing he is, to many that was Hans supporting his behaviour, and he wasn't exactly quick to deny it either. There was too many people who treated Kramnik as this old, funny guy who shouldn't be taken seriously. It should have been dealt with immediately. false cheating allegations destroy some people. He should have been given one warning, and if violated, immediately banned on chess.com, at the very least, and FIDE should have weighed in on it way sooner, and way more harshly. Then, his response to learning of Danya's passing, he says, "Too high price paid. But if I was the only person shouting about obvious long-term problems of Danya becoming alarming, requiring urgent measures from the people around, while friends only cared about hiding and erase evidence, it's rotten to the core." Scum. Absolute scum. Too high price? There was no price. Nothing due. If there was anything due as far as Danya was concerned, it was an apology from the scumbag who was witch hunting him. And people have been talking about Danya struggling this year. Everyone in the know spoke about how he wasn't commentating because he wasn't in the best place. And this whole accusing his friends of not caring and erasing evidence, I didn't realise that Kramnik had bugged the rooms in all the places that Danya went, so he knows exactly what his friends said to him off camera. Then we get a nameless message from a friend of Kramnik talking about the chess mafia, again blaming chess.com for Danya's struggles. Then Kramnik says that he hopes the people who blamed him instead of helping would be investigated. Who? Who is that? He won't give any names. Then he goes on to talk about all the hate that he's getting for his role in Danya's struggles and for his response to Danya's passing, saying that it's all an orchestrated PR attack. That people aren't being realistic and only say it because there's huge financial interests involved. It truly, truly boggles the mind. And then he goes on to show a Google Doc from 4 years ago with Danya talking about how Hikaru's behaviour was wrong. Which it was. But in the same document, he says that Hikaru can definitely change. And since that document, their relationship improved massively. Kramnik just can't help himself. He made Danya's passing and the hate that he got because of his role in it about him not liking Hikaru. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then he drops this gem, saying that prominent players that he won't name message him saying that Danya said that all players have cheated on chess.com. And then there's some more messages about people being annoyed at chess.com. My response? Don't like it? Think there's cheaters? Don't play. It's as simple as that. But then, in his post, he also says, "It went too far, ladies and gentlemen. Time to speak out. Silence can kill, not just words. Inaction can kill, not just action. Hashtag chess mafia must be held accountable." What the fuck? Again, he's blaming chess.com for Danya's passing. He should be sued into oblivion for that. Then he has the cheek to say that the people who hate on him and wish death on him will be receiving legal action from him. I'm sorry, is this Vladimir Kramnik or Vladimir Putin? They do the exact same things. They take an action that leads to something else, and then when someone says they're bad, they accuse them of being the bad guy and then play the victim. To conclude, Vladimir Kramnik is a vile human being who doesn't care about being directly involved with someone's mental health spiraling out of control. He doesn't care about the effects caused by his cope campaign, accusing people of cheating because he's washed and can't win anymore. He's a bitter old prick who has a vendetta against anyone who wants to see him held accountable for blatant lies and slander. FIDE, and not just FIDE, should blacklist him from everything they can. No tournaments for him to join. Anyone who chooses to have him as a coach should be banned from the events until they stop associating with him. He needs to be cut off from the chess world like the cancer that he is. I won't do any happy, cheery outro to this video. There's only one way to end this video that feels right, and that is to just say, Rest in peace, Danya. You will be missed.